Hello, welcome to my general animal biology and embryology section. In this video, we will explore the main points of the first chapter of our embryology course. This chapter 1 is about gametogenesis, which is the formation of male gametes, spermatozoa, and female gametes, ova. But before we get into that, let's start with a brief introduction. In this introduction, we will define the notion of embryology as well as the types of reproduction. What is embryology? Embryology, embryo from Greek embryo, fetus or embryo, logi from Greek logos, discourse or science. Therefore, embryology is the science that studies the development of animals from fertilization to birth for viviparous animals or hatching for oviparous animals. A fundamental property of living organisms is their ability to reproduce, thereby ensuring the continuity of life. Reproduction involves the creation of new individuals. There are two main types of reproduction. The sexual reproduction, it involves the participation of two male and female gametes from the same species. This mode of reproduction involves the union of two haploid gametes and chromosomes, the male gamete spermatozoa and the female one ovum. Asexual reproduction consists of producing one or more new individuals from a single parent. The descendants are genetically identical to their single parent. This mode of reproduction exists in bacteria and unicellular organisms, but also in multicellular organisms. Let's move on the first chapter on gametogenesis. In this chapter, gametogenesis, we will speak about, firstly, we will define gametogenesis, then we will take a look at the phases of gametogenesis, and then we will explain spermatogenesis and ovogenesis. A final point on the differences between spermatogenesis and ovogenesis will be covered at the end of this chapter. Let's talk about the objectives of this chapter. At the end of this chapter, the learners will be able to define gametogenesis, understand gamete formation, characterize the phases of spermatogenesis and ovogenesis, and analyze the differences between spermatogenesis and ovogenesis. What is gametogenesis? Gametogenesis is the process by which gametes are formed. The differentiation of germ cells or gametes is called gametogenesis. Gametogenesis is called spermatogenesis or ovogenesis, depending on the sex, male or female. The male gamete, which is small and mobile, is called the spermatozoa. Its formation takes place in specialized organs called gonads, testicles, male gonads. The female gamete, which is large and immobile, is called the ovum or egg. Its formation takes place in specialized organs called gonads, ovaries, female gonads. Let's take a look at the gametogenesis phases. Gamete differentiation, or gametogenesis, is fairly uniform through the animal kingdom and takes place in three phases: multiplication phase, growth phase, and maturation phase. Not gametogenesis is mainly under pituitary hormonal control FSH and LH. We will now move on the spermatogenesis. Spermatogenesis is the formation of male reproductive cells or spermatoza from diploid stem cells called spermatogonia. This process, which is continuous throughout a man's life, takes place in the male genital apparatus and the seminiferous tubules of the testicle. Spermatogenesis is triggered at puberty by pituitary hormones. It is a permanent process and not cyclical like ovogenesis. This figure shows the structure of a male gamete spermatoza. Three parts can be distinguished. The head contains nucleus and archrosome, the middle part rich in mitochondria, and the flagellum is the propulsion organ. After spermatogenesis, we move onto ovogenesis. From puberty to menopause, the ovary shown in this figure performs two functions. Exocrine function ensures growth, maturation, and release of an oocyte ready to be fertilized, and endocrine function ensures the secretion of sex steroids, estrogen, and progesterone. Evolution of gametogenesis follicles. It is the different stages of maturation of the follicles or gametogenesis follicles, since they will reproduce a fertilizable gamete. This will give us primary, then secondary, then tertiary or cavitary or antral follicle, and finally the pre-ovulatory follicle or the digraph follicle. Ovogenesis is the process allowing the production of female gametes or differentiation of orgone diploid female germ cells into oocyte2, fertilizable female gamete, oocyte blocked in metaphase 2. It takes place in the gonads ovaries. Ovogenesis is a discontinuous process from fetal life to menopause. In conclusion, there is a comparative table between spermatogenesis and ovogenesis. Dear students, I'm providing you with a list of bibliography and webography to help you deepen your knowledge and understand the course better. Enjoy your reading. Concerning the pedagogical activities, you are invited to make the pedagogical activities for this chapter via your model space. Good luck! Before I finish, I invite you to follow all the gametogenesis stages in detail on other videos. So follow me on my YouTube channel. Thank you for your attention.